Hi everyone, welcome back to the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global Channel Beginner Series. I'm your host, Alex, or Arex, because honestly at this point it doesn't even matter anymore. And anyways, I know since the last time we saw each other, I've made a lot of progress, right? Last time, I believe a lot of you mentioned I was only rank 2 at the beginning of some of the episodes, but I've made it a lot further. I'm learning a lot as I play the game, and I've moved on from the continent of Grand Shelt to Dirnado. And so today, what I want to show you is where to get some really cool items and recipes from several quests and several chests scattered throughout the world. So, let's jump right in. Okay, so for our first item, I'm going to show you how to get the Wind Spear, right? A powerful weapon. So to do that, you're going to want to go in your world, right? And on the continent of Dirnado, right here, you're going to want to go into the industrial city, Dilmagia. Okay, so we hop right in right there. And to start this quest, you're just going to want to talk to this lady right here on my left. And as you can see, I've already actually accepted the quest, but you should get the quest notification just by talking to her. And so we'll jump right out and let me show you what that quest entails. If you go into the quest report right there, of course, you can see all the details of all the quests that you've started and even those that you've completed. And so this quest, I believe, is a fair day's wage, right? So, with the local extermination company having gone out of business, gloom widows have infested the passage. Play exterminator for a day. Okay, so as you can see, I've actually, just by playing the game, defeated already 14 out of 15 needed for this quest. So these are actually pretty common and you should find them pretty easily. So let's go get the last one. Okay, so to find these gloom widows needed to complete the quest, I recommend you go into the Balan passage right here, the depths. And I hear that they often come out a lot in the opening portion, right? I think that's where the chance to encounter them is the highest. So just jump right in there. Okay, and ooh, as you can see, there's a gloom widow right there. So, you know, even without trying too much, right, they'll come right out and you can complete the quest pretty easily. So let me go use my lightning, my favorite character so far. Use a bit of, let's see, fire damage to all enemies. Let's get some earth damage as well, and let's just go with this. And there we go. Easy peasy. I've already leveled up quite a lot, so shouldn't be any problem. And there you go. And that's my last one for this quest, but let me just go right through the rest of the battle. Okay. So now that we've completed the 15 kills that we need for the quest, let's go ahead and turn it in back into the Dilmagia city. And yep. And to complete the quest, you'll just want to talk to the same person that you talked to start the quest. And so she's right here. And oh, you beat those gloom widows for us? Yes, we did. Then we have to reward you. Oh, can't say no to that. In this town, we expect to pay for the services rendered on our behalf. After all, if there's something you can't do yourself, why not have someone else do it for you? That's what I say. So thank you, you've been a great help. No, thank you, because now we got mission complete and we got the recipe for the Wind Spear, right? Very cool, so let's just check that out. And so to find the recipe for the Wind Spear, you'll just want to go into the crafting menu, right? Which is right here. And let's go equipment and weapon, right? So it should be somewhere in here. I've got quite a few recipes already, as you can see. Okay, and as you can see, we got our recipe for the Wind Spear right here in the crafting menu. And wow, you can see it has 48 attack, right? Which makes it a pretty powerful weapon. And you can see I don't have all the materials required to craft this, but I just need a couple more and then I should be able to make this no problem. And it also, right, has wind damage to it. So again, these elemental attacks can be really powerful for future monsters. So I recommend you get this weapon, complete this quest, craft this weapon if you can, and it'll help you out a lot in your next battles. Okay, so for our next quest, we're going to try to get a flame lance, right? And so before you can actually receive this quest, right, you'll actually want to complete 2 other quests in kind of a series, right? You can see if I go to my cleared quests, right, there's a Scarman, right? Reference to David Bowie's Starman song. And you can see that that one is actually in Royal Capital Grandshelt. You have to talk to this lady and complete the quest. Once you do that, you can do the next one at Grandport, right? Again, you have to talk to this girl and do what she tells you to do. And once you did that, right, and just like I did, we can head back into the industrial city, Dirnado. And from there, we will go find our next person to give us the quest. I believe she is up here somewhere, right? You'll just want to make your way through all the way up here. And once you cross this door, it's this person right here. Okay, so we'll just talk to her. And Lost Boy's sister. You're the knight that I met in Grandshelt, aren't you? Thank you for all the help you've given me. So she's, right, someone we've already met in the previous 2 prerequisite quests. So once you do those, you'll know what I'm talking about. I learned that my brother was headed for the windy heights here on this continent. My brother, he killed someone, a nobleman. Then he ran away without any explanation. Whoa, man, her brother. I have to hear the truth from his mouth, or I'll never understand what happened. That's why I followed him such a long way. But while tracking him down, I've also learned that my brother seems to be searching for a particular monster. That monster may just be in the windy heights. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to find my brother. And I'm going to make him tell me what really happened. Okay, so I suppose that means we're going to be helping her too. And she spoke of monsters, so we'll have to watch out for that too. Find the older brother. Okay, let's go. So let's exit right out of this town. Go to the area map. And just like she mentioned, right, we'll want to go right up here to the Windy Heights West. Jump into the exploration section. So depending on what level your units are, right, your party is at, might be a bit harder, but you'll just want to go right here, follow this winding passage. So just talk to this person right here, okay? And guess who that might be? The Scarred Man. How could I have been so careless? And after I had finally cornered the beast, he says, now I am laid low by that monster, and my dear sister is surely lost to me. That monster is famous for possessing humans. That is what it does. Even my own master fell prey to it. There is none left but me. I cannot fail now. Maybe that's why he killed the nobleman. I even managed to obtain the nostrum that can break the monster's terrible spell. But these damnable wounds, I cannot fight it now. I cannot even get close to it, he says. What's that you say? You will slay the demon in my stead? I could never ask that. Fear not, we'll do it for you. Don't I want to save my sister? Of course I do. I must, but... Yes, of course, I accept your brave offer with, let history tell, heroic reluctance. Take this when you go. You obtain the purifying nostrum. Take that nostrum, use it on my sister, and the monster possessing her should reveal itself. Poor girl, she's possessed now. So, wow, we gotta go find her. Just head right back down to where we were. Run into a couple of monsters along the way again. We're back to the fork in the road, and you'll just want to continue on right here until, ooh, on the minimap, there's another woman there from last time. Before I talk to her, gotta grab this. Yeah. I need those cool materials. And there we go. You think to defeat me? Then let us see you do it. Cut down this young girl in her prime if you can. Use the purifying nostrum? No. I'm just kidding. Yes, of course. Good. The monster revealed itself. Okay. And there we go, Terror Knight. Ooh, that looks like a pretty fearsome enemy, but we got a couple limit bursts saved up. I'm gonna, use all of those. Let's see, let's reduce attack and defense. And let's use both of these on them, right? So we got our Vagrant Knight and Lightning that reduce defense and things. So we'll want to attack with them first, and then, of course, attack with everyone else. And deal as much damage as we can. Ooh, that last attack was really powerful. There we go, right? So casting debuffs, right, and buffing your own units near the start of the battle is, always a good strategy. Where am I? I remember finding my brother, and then, but you're that knight from Grandshelt. What are you doing here? Sophie, here comes the brother. Brother, oh, thank the crystals you're alive. What were you thinking? You should never have come to a place like this. I came to find you, she says, to know the truth. You would never tell me what was going on. You always try to do everything on your own, brother. And look where that has gotten us. And if this good knight hadn't come to our rescue, both you and I would surely have died here. Perhaps you are right. It does seem that trying to handle this on my own only led to greater disaster. Stranger, I owe you my thanks. I will see that my sister makes it back to our hometown, and there we both shall stay. I think it is time I tell her the truth. She deserves that much, and I have much to atone for. It seems that you have been a help to my sister in the past as well. My family is forever in your debt. Please accept this, though it is a poor token of what I truly owe you. Thank you so much for all you've done for us. And there we go, that's the quest. Mission complete. Rewards received, the Flame Lance. Awesome. So now that we got that Flame Lance, we're gonna go check it out in a bit, but first, gotta get out of this dungeon. So, okay, and so now that we're back, let's check out that item we just got, right? Go to home, go to items, go to equipment, and the Flame Lance, right? So let's find that Flame Lance. And there it is, a lance that burns brightly. Tap on that, and again, plus 48 attack, right? Very powerful weapon, and just like the item we got before, it deals fire damage instead of wind damage this time, which again, depending on the foes you face, right, from here on out, it can come in handy in many situations, right? It can be very powerful, especially with enemies that have a weakness to fire, right? And there you go, please, try and use it in your next battles. Okay, so now I'm going to show you where to find some cool hidden chests, right? Let's head over first to the town of Colts, still on the Dirnado continent, right? Jump right in. Now, of course, there's more than what I'm going to show you, and that's up to you to find, right? But I got some that I particularly like, so I want to go up here, circle around, right over here, and just go in the shop. And as you can see behind the counter, right, there's a chest right there. So let's go over here, through the hidden passage, and all the way back here. And there is the chest. And this is a locked chest again, right? So you will need a magic key to open this one. Luckily, I've finally been able to craft some. I've gotten the right materials and crafted them, so I will open this treasure chest. And there you go. Got a recipe for Dispel. So that's the first chest. And Dispel will come in handy later on, right? Because it's a really powerful spell that you can use. Okay. Okay, so once you exit the store, again, you'll want to make your way over here. Let's see if we can find this place. This is a big city. Let's head on right over here, move on to here, right? And at this point, you will just want to go straight ahead. And I believe it is somewhere over here. Oh, and I found it just like that, actually. So right behind this laundry, right, hanging out to dry, you can get the flame shield with this chest, which is not a locked chest. So that will come in handy a lot. And let us take a look at that flame shield just in case. And our equipment, and where is the flame shield? Let's see, we have quite a few items now. There it is, a shield protected by the power of fire. Okay, and there you go. And as you can see, right, it has plus 50% elemental resistance against fire. But at the same time, it has negative 50% ice resistance, right? So you will want to be careful when you use this, as it can be very powerful, right? Depending on where you are. And I can tell you, right, in some of the future continents you'll be going to, you will be facing primarily fire-focused enemies. So you will want to be using this shield, believe me. Okay, and let's also take a look at that Dispel spell, that we found earlier on in the magic locked chest, right? So we'll want to go again to the crafting menu, right? This time go to abilities. And this might be confusing if you're not used to it, but there are lots of tabs. We'll want to head over to the white magic. And somewhere over here, there it is, our Dispel, right? And if you click on the icon, you'll be able to see not the ingredients, but a description of the spell. And this tells you that it removes all status effects for one enemy, which again will come in handy a lot depending when you face some, especially some tough bosses. Why? Because they tend to buff themselves, right, to become stronger, and by using the spell you can get rid of all those bonus effects and making your party stronger in turn. Okay, next let me show you where to get another cool chest just right over here at the Miranda Coast, right? Jump right into the exploration portion. Bigger, wide open space than the other places that we're used to. And just moving on right here, going up here, and you can see that chest sticking out. So this will be another magic locked chest, right? So you will need a magic key. And luckily I still have some left over. It appears to be locked. Use one magic key to open the treasure chest? Yes, please. And there we go, recipe for magic plus 10. Okay, so let me just head out of this dungeon and then we'll take a look at that together. Okay, and let's take a look at that recipe we just got in the crafting section. Go to abilities again, and this time you will find it under special, right? Got lots of things here too, but there it is, magic plus 10. I don't think you need me to explain that to you. Right, it's pretty self-explanatory, and it looks like I've got actually the ingredients necessary, so I'm just going to go ahead and craft it myself. Start crafting. Yes, there we go. And okay, I got the spell from the recipe, and so again, I hope that you can use it too, because it will come in handy quite a bit from here on out. Okay, next we're going to head and try to do another quest, right? This time for ice armor, which again, elemental resistance armor, pretty useful stuff. So we'll want to actually go into the town of Colts once again, because you actually need to talk to someone before you can start the quest. So we'll want to talk to this person right here in the shop, and not this person. Let's go right here. Merchant. The dwarves make the finest weapons. Oh yes. Finest ready everything. I've got to know how it's done. I sent one of me lads to the forge to spy on them, but he hasn't come back, has he? Where is the blighter? I don't know. And so from here on out, let us head back out of here. Okay, so let's head right into the dwarf's forge, because now that we've talked to the other guy in the weapon shop, we should be able to receive this quest. So now that we're in here, the person you'll want to talk to is actually really easy to find. It's just this person right over here, this dwarf. That human still ain't come back from the forge. I hope he gives him indigestion at least. Poor chewed up feller. And as you can see, I've already actually accepted this quest, so I'm already right in the middle of it, but you should have gotten the quest just by talking to him. So now let's go find the missing peddler, right? Which is what we need to do for this quest. So you want to head right up here, right? In the dwarf's forge, make your way past these two doors. And now that you're here, right, you'll want to go right before exiting up north. And again, you'll want to go right up here. And it's over here, right? If we talk to this man right here, the peddler, there he is. Did you come here to save me? Of course we did. I saw a frightening monster and my nerve is just gone. I don't think I can even run. You should just forget about me. Run away and save yourselves. But that's not suitable for, the Knights of Grand Shelt. You sense a dangerous presence. Remain here. Of course we will. We will save this peddler. And whoa, that's a pretty scary worm. The Abyss Worm. Okay, let's go. Let's use as much magic as we can because always seems to be pretty strong. Deal unmitigated damage. Always good stuff. Reduce defense. Let's attack with this person first. Let's reduce defense and attack again with our favorite Knight Rain. Julie Rufina, let's have her do some light damage twice and attack with the rest of everyone. And there we go. Again, debuffs, really powerful, right? Always, it's all about, lowering your weapon's defenses, magic, even attack damage, right? If it's a longer battle. And should be able to get it pretty easily, depending on your level and characters, of course, but save the peddler. Thank you. You truly saved me. I never thought there would be such terrible creatures in here. But why did you come all this way? Well, what? You say the dwarves were worried for my safety? But no, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Take this, will you? It's the least I can do to thank you. And with that, quest complete, right? And we got our ice armor. So let's go take a look at that in just a second. Okay, so let's take a look at the new item we just got over in equipment, and it's the ice armor. There it is, ice armor, right? Armor protected by the power of ice. So if you click on it, we'll be able to see what it is. And okay, so as you can see, this actually gives you plus 45 defense and plus 50% elemental resistance against ice, right? So this doesn't actually protect you against fire, right? It protects you against ice. And it actually makes you a lot weaker against fire, minus 50%. So whenever you're facing ice damage-based enemies, right, you will want to use this armor as it will help you out a lot in terms of survivability and resistance to their attacks, right, especially magic attacks. But, of course, as you can see, and you will face some of these enemies later on, let me tell you that for sure, right, that do only fire damage and lots of fire damage, and so you will not want to be using this armor when you face them. And so there it is, the ice armor. Okay, next I'm gonna show you where to find two other really cool chests, this time in the junkyard. All the way over here in the east, right to the right. Jump into the exploration portion. This time you'll want to just follow the path right here, and as you can see, this winding path in the top portion. Ooh, let me just take care of these really quick. Over here, right, in this winding section, you will want to just head on right in there. Ooh, got some stuff. And there's the chest. Open it up, get the gold armlet. Very cool. Chest number 2 this time. This is quite a junkyard, if you ask me. Okay, head on over right over here. Let's see if we can find it and not lose our way. I do believe it's right over here. Make your way through this narrow path. Go down over here. Right over here should be, yeah, final chest. Let's pick up that up. Got some ore and dark crystal. Very nice. And there's another locked chest, so you will need a magic key. Hopefully you prepared some of those, right? And yes, let's use our magic key to open the treasure chest. And there we go. We got a recipe for the Spirit Slayer. Okay, very cool. So again, I'm just gonna complete this dungeon real quick, and then we'll take a look at the items we just got. Okay, so once again, let's take a look at the items we just got from that dungeon. Go to our equipment in our item section and look for the gold armlet. Let's see if we can find this one. I'm getting so many items now, right? And there it is. Okay, that was pretty easy to find. Gold armlet. An armlet made of gold. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, very cool. So we can see that you actually get some status ailment resistance, right? And you get some plus 30 MP, which is not bad, right? Especially if you're using some characters that tend to run out of MP really fast. So you get a bit of defense too, right? And so again, lots of these are very situational, right? You will want to be switching out some items, right? Depending on which foes you're facing. And this is one pretty good one, right? And so now you'll want to move on to, let's see, where was it? The crafting, right? Because we did get a recipe for one of those abilities in the special, right? And let's check it out. There it is, the Spirit Slayer, which we just got. Click on that icon and boosts physical damage against fairies. Not stackable, right? And so, again, this one, right? It won't make you invincible against everyone, right? But depending, again, on which enemies you face, you will want to be switching out these abilities and items to make your party as strong as possible and geared, right, for those particular enemies. So, there you have it. Okay, we're gonna go find some more treasure chests now, this time in the Wind Shrine. At the junkyard. Jump right into the exploration section again. So for here, we will want to get past this door right here and make your way to the right up this path. And ooh, we can see the chest there already. There's a guy. Get this chest right here, and there we go. We got the hyper wrist already. We will be checking that out in a moment. And then up here, right? Up these stairs, go through that door, and right over here, another chest just waiting for you to open it. And okay, we got the circlet. So let's check those items out. I'll finish this dungeon up real quick, and we'll see you soon. Okay, let's take a look at all our awesome loot we just got. Head down to our items, right? Equipment. And I filtered these out so we can find what we're looking for quickly, right? Take a look at the hyper wrist, right? And we can see that this is just an accessory, but it gives us plus 10 attack, which is pretty significant, right? Compared to some other items. And that's a hyper wrist, pretty cool. And then we got the circlet, right? This is a cap, right? A delicate ornamental cap. And wow, in addition to giving you SPR and defense, right? It gives you plus 15 magic, which is pretty significant, right? So I do recommend that you use these items, right? Try having your party equip them, and it will make you significantly stronger when you face some of the coming foes. Okay, last but not least, I will be showing you how to unlock an area, right? Where if you complete it, you can get a new powerful Esper called Diabolos, right? So to unlock that area, you will need to talk to a couple people in the Industrial City of Magia, right? So head back right in there, and I'll show you exactly where to find these two. You'll want to head on over here, right? Go all the way up these stairs. They are quite a ways away, so you might want to consult map while you're doing this, but heading on over here, ooh, wrong escalator. Go up here, and it will be this person on your left, right? The young boy. Getting up to the landing platform is hard work. Why don't they just put in escalators? Yeah, that would be useful. Okay, and that's the first person you got to talk to, right? I've already unlocked this area, right? So the dialogue that appears on your screen might not be exactly the same, but that is the person number one. Next, you'll want to head straight up, right? And from here on out, there are lots of stairs, and like that young boy mentioned, right, we could use some escalators here, right? Luckily, we don't have to be climbing these stairs ourselves. Okay, and there's a lot more stairs. I don't know if this follows OSHA regulations, right? These are quite dangerous stairs that go up pretty high up. But anyways, once you go through that door, you will want to talk to these two people, right? This girl and her mother, presumably. I came sailing here on a ship, a real ship. I wish we had a ship too, right? Let me just talk to her just in case. The mother, I'm deathly afraid of heights. so I couldn't even enjoy my rare trip through the skies. Okay, and that's the second pair of people you have to talk to. So now let me just get out of this place and let me show you on the area map. Talking to these two people will unlock this place to the northwest, right? The top left, Wicked Peaks. And again, completing, right? I've already done so, but completing these 5 battles, right? You will be able to unlock Diablos, which will help you on, no doubt, later on in your quest. So go ahead and grab them. Okay, so that wraps up this time's Beginner Series episode, and wow, we did do a lot again today, right? What was it? I showed you where to get some chests, right? We even did some locked chests, got some really cool items from them, right? Just from these chests, and from completing several quests. What else? We also unlocked Wicked Peaks, right? Where you can get a really cool Esper Diabolos, right? To help you on your quests. And yeah, that wraps up this week's, and I hope, right, that you will make good use of these items, right? Because believe me when I tell you that not only will they help you out a lot on your quests here on out, the Rain and Laswell, right? But they will help me a lot too, and I will be making very good use of these too, believe me. So that's it for this time. Next time we will be continuing their quests, and I will keep progressing as much as I can as well, and show you where to get some more really cool loot next time as well. So that's it for this time. See you next time.